Well, hey there, and welcome to the intro to PlugIntro. We want to help you offer back value to the real estate agents you work with, along with the peers you work with in the real estate industry. We want you to have more people to speak with than ever once you're done watching this, and we want to help you leverage your time and resources. That's what you're here for today. If that sounds good, stick around because we've got some great stuff for you. We want to welcome you to the top of your marketing solutions stack. And as a provider in the real estate space, what if you had suddenly more people to talk to than you could imagine? And you had huge value to offer others who are going to help you grow and run your business, including a tool here that is powerful and free to the real estate agents you know and covet. We're going to help you solve some of the biggest problems you face in marketing in your business currently. Now, whether you're a realtor, whether you're a broker, a lender, a service provider, or a local business like a coffee shop, at PlugIntro, we've built a 24/7, 365 model that matches the power of loose connections with the law of reciprocity, helping you meet who you should know in a personalized manner that makes you local famous. And being local famous, there's a lot to be said for that. When there's a group around you that's referring to you that are trusted, valued, resource partners, and they're sending people your way because you're the community resource. We're going to go well beyond the norm on typical marketing though, because our model keeps your networking core to people you know and trust and who know and trust you, but it massively expands your audience, again, using Facebook. You're going to be able to go well beyond the traditional marketing and advertising of social media where you often gain but you don't earn attention. And you're often making currently one-sided look at me type of posts. And that's true for realtors, that's true for a lot of different areas. And if you can help them get away from that and start to add value to the time they're spending on social media, again, 24/7, 365, there's very few rules here. We'll talk about that here in a second. So what do? Again, not many rules, very easy onboarding. Once the onboarding happens, we do much of it for you, whether you're a real estate agent, whether you're a premier member, however that works out. You invite your preferred network, you post as you like, this is yours, and your few you bring in can bring you many. The old ways, plenty of rules, referral requirements, usually a set day and a time for required meetings, sometimes really early in the morning. Unless you were a brand new group, no real control over group members, sometimes ended up referring to people you don't even like just to meet the requirements. There's costs that go well beyond the membership. It's a year commitment. You speak 60 seconds a week and maybe about 10 minutes a quarter. It isn't yours, it's somebody else's, and you meet with many to get a few. So you can see where the differences are. It's literally day and night. Now, we talked about being local famous. Why does that matter? Well, proximity means familiarity. Social proof and testimonials help people feel safe, and proximity makes it easy to connect business or meet. Plus, it allows support of local causes, interests, or philanthropy. Plus, locally connections and intros are easy. Support Your Local is, as I always find this to be ironic, a national movement, but here's how you can tap into that using a platform so many people are on daily. For the realtors, we help them set up the group, we send out messages to the group, we feature the premier members, and that would roughly be you as one of them. As if you hand this to a realtor, you're saying, hey, I want to become a premier member in your group and lock down the seat for X, Y, or Z. We'll talk about who that applies to here coming up. But from there, it's promote the PlugIntro platform and bring in the audience. It's promoting the premier members. It's helping them grow the group and provide value and make sure there's always connections and growing lead referrals. What does it cost a realtor? Nothing other than some effort. We do most of the heavy lifting once they complete the upfront work. What's that? Invite maybe 20 different people that are already valued connections to the group. If you're working with the realtor, you can help decide who those people are. And we'll invite them to lock in their seat to support the agent as a premier member. Now, what do we do for you as a premier member? Well, same sort of thing. We're going to feature you as a premier member. We're going to promote PlugIntro and bring in the audience. We're going to help your groups grow. We're going to help you provide value locally and help you become local famous with those connections and those lead referrals. We've got things like Follow Me Friday. We've got other days of the week. We do other things that are very helpful in getting the word out there. Stop and think about this for a second. What if there was a local group when somebody comes in and says, hey, how are you doing today? Well, I'm good, except I had a tree fall on my house, and now I need a roofing person, I need a yard cleanup person, I need a tree removal person, and it messed up some of my furniture, so I'm going to need to go buy some new furniture and get some wiring done, so I need an electrician too. Wow, that's a lot. But hey, in my group, I've got one of each of those people that I already know and trust. Want to jump in? Little blue button on Facebook, invite them into the group, make the introductions, and you're done. We have some mortgage brokers that are looking at having 20 groups, 20 different agents that they sponsor in to lock in their seat. Again, in this case, we're going to do most of the heavy lifting. We're going to promote you. We're going to push you out there. You're going to be able to invite maybe 10, 20, 30 people to the group that you know, and we'll invite them to lock in their seat to support you in the premier level as well, or support the agent in the premier portion of this and support you with building a strong group. Now, who do you invite besides realtors and brokers? Here's a list, and I'm going to leave it up on the screen for a little bit. I am not going to try and run through this, folks, because there are so many different possibilities. Take a look at the screen. Screenshot it if you need to, if you want to keep the ideas for later. Here's some more, okay? It doesn't really quit. We didn't hit everything here by any means. There's going to be things you're going to think of. There's going to be people that could benefit from being a part of this group. I mean, think about it from most professional services. Now, if you want to get moving now, I think, first of all, we all want to kind of run through this. I think we can all admit or acknowledge that current marketing is very hit and miss. A lot of things still work, but they don't work as well as they used to. A lot of things don't work as well as you would like them to either. Current referral methods are a pendulum swing at best. And current networking groups have their pros and cons. It's a form of marketing that has been around for a long time. It's a model that has evolved some, but in this case, this is a really smart 24/7, 365 tool where it does things for you that most other people can't do weekly. In fact, I haven't ever seen a group that can do what this group can do weekly for you. Now, Facebook's a platform that millions of people use daily. And quite frankly, you don't need millions. You need a couple hundred people in your group that are in the premier section, and then they're all going to invite 10, 20, 30, 50, 75, 100, 125, 250 people locally. Because they're going to say, hey, there's really great vendors here, really great providers here, really great service folks here. I've got an amazing mortgage person. Hey, you were looking at selling your house. You're going to need a realtor, a mortgage person, an appraiser, a title person, etc., etc., etc. They're all in this group. Come meet them. We also, I think, will all agree, rules, regulation, and expenses are almost always best kept to a minimum. So if this all makes sense to you, let's connect and help you take the next steps. How do you do that? Easiest way, scan this QR code. It's going to take you right to the provider lender page and get you a sample and example of how this whole thing works. And then from there, you can also reach out to Scott Forcino. It's Scott, S-C-O-T-T, Forcino. It's sforcino at plugintro.com like it is on the screen. Or you can pick up the phone and say, hey, Scott, want to know more about this incredible PlugIntro platform you have. Either way, no matter how we slice it, dice it here, it's time to get moving on this. It doesn't cost you anything to hand this out to the realtors. And it's a huge power play for you there. You're going to be able to turn around and help them grow their business and help you establish a network that you can use locally. There's no travel involved. It's 24/7, 365. There's no extra expenses. You don't have to buy food or coffee. You don't have to go out to breakfast and lunch with people that you've just met in the group and now you're trying to, get to know them better. And they're often people that you probably are never going to refer to, or they're never going to refer to you. So stick with the circles and spheres of influence that you have and make them work for you in a Facebook group where you can become a local resource. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. If there's anything else we can do for you, let us know.